My long-distance girlfriend cheated on me, so I got epic revenge. Hey Reddit, buckle up because this is one hell of a ride. It's the kind of story where you sit back with your popcorn and enjoy the karma unfolding. I never thought I'd be the kind of guy to write something like this, but here I am, telling the internet about how I got the most satisfying revenge on my cheating long-distance girlfriend. Let me set the stage. The background. So I, 28 EM, was in a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend, Emily, 26F, for about 2 years. We met while backpacking across Europe, had an amazing connection, and decided to keep things going after we returned to our respective countries. I'm in the US, she's in Canada. Yeah, I know, long distance sucks, but it was surprisingly good for the first year or so. We'd visit each other whenever we could. I'd fly up to see her. She'd come down to see me. And we were planning for her to move here eventually. Life was great. I really thought she was the one. We shared interests, had similar goals for the future, and even started talking about marriage. So imagine my surprise when things started feeling off. The suspicion. Things were going well, until a few months ago. Out of nowhere, Emily started acting distant. We used to talk every night, but suddenly, she was always busy or tired. She stopped making time for our video chats and started canceling visits. It felt like she was pulling away. At first I thought maybe she was just stressed with work. She'd just gotten a new job, and I figured it was an adjustment period. But then, little things started happening that made me feel uneasy. She would mention this guy from work, Mike. He seemed to come up in conversation a lot. But she brushed it off, saying they were just friends. You know that gut feeling you get when something's wrong. Yeah, I had that. But I didn't want to believe it. So, I did what any sane person would do. I turned into a low-key detective. The discovery. I snooped. Now I'm not proud of it, but when you get that gut feeling, sometimes you just need to know the truth. I went through her social media, but she was pretty good at keeping things private. However, I noticed something strange. She had a private Instagram account that she'd never told me about. The handle was something random, like at maliciouscompliance, and I wouldn't have found it if I hadn't gone looking. I requested to follow it using a burner account, but she never accepted the request. So I went deeper. I'm not a tech wizard, but I know my way around the internet. I found out that Mike also had an Instagram account. And guess what? They were following each other, and her account was visible to him. A quick look at his photos showed a few pictures of them hanging out. Nothing overtly incriminating, but the captions were enough to make me see red. Things like, late night adventure with this one, and thanks for making the weekend amazing, ch. Yeah, they weren't just friends. But I needed proof. Real, undeniable proof. The smoking gun. I got lucky. One night, while we were video chatting, Emily was a little tipsy, probably from her night out with friends. She left her phone unattended for a few minutes. And that's when I saw it. A notification from Mike popped up on her screen. Can't wait to see you tonight. It was all I needed to confirm my worst fears. She came back, but I didn't confront her right away. Oh no, I had something better in mind. If she wanted to play dirty, I was going to burn her world to the ground. The revenge plan. I'm not the kind of person who lets people walk all over them. If someone betrays me, I make sure they regret it. But I wasn't just going to break up with Emily. Oh no. I wanted to humiliate her, make her feel the full weight of her betrayal. First, I needed more proof. I got in touch with one of Emily's best friends, Sarah, who I knew from one of our trips together. I told Sarah that I suspected Emily was cheating on me with Mike, and, bless her, Sarah confirmed it. Apparently, Emily had been bragging about her fling with Mike and how much better long distance was with him because, you know, he was actually there. Sarah didn't approve of her behavior, and was more than happy to help me out. Together, Sarah and I concocted the perfect plan. The setup. Emily's birthday was coming up, and she had planned to come down to visit me for a long weekend. She thought I had no idea about her affair, so she was all excited, talking about how much she missed me and couldn't wait to celebrate with me. Little did she know I had something special planned for her. I went all out. I planned a huge surprise birthday party for her. Invited all her friends, including Sarah, and even got her family to join in via Zoom. She was going to walk into a room filled with people she loved, expecting a weekend of celebration and romance. But before the party, I set up a little pre-party of my own. The big reveal. The night she arrived, I played it cool. We had a nice dinner, and I acted like everything was fine. She was all over me, probably feeling guilty, but I kept my composure. After dinner, I told her I had a surprise for her upstairs. She thought it was some romantic gesture. Oh, it was a surprise, all right. I led her into the living room, where I had my laptop hooked up to the TV. I told her I made a birthday slideshow for her, and she seemed touched. As she sat down, I hit play. What she saw wasn't a slideshow of cute couple photos or birthday wishes. It was a series of screenshots. Screenshots of her private Instagram account, Mike's posts about her, and the text messages I had gathered from Sarah's help. There was even a video message from Sarah herself, calling Emily out for her lies. The last slide. A picture of Emily and Mike together, looking a little too cozy. She was frozen. Didn't even try to deny it. Her face went pale, and all she could muster was a weak "I'm sorry." But I wasn't done. The final blow. I stood up, walked to the front door, and opened it. Outside, waiting with their phones out, were all the people she thought were coming to celebrate her birthday. I had told everyone the truth beforehand, and they were more than happy to witness her downfall in real time. One by one, they walked in, saying nothing, just glaring at her as they passed. Her face turned redder with each passing person. By the time the room was full, she was in tears. "Happy birthday, Emily," I said, and then walked out. The aftermath. I left her sitting there, humiliated in front of everyone she knew. I went to stay at a friend's place for the night, and when I returned the next day, she was gone. She'd packed up and left, leaving nothing behind but a pathetic apology text. But it didn't end there. Word spread fast about her cheating, and soon enough her life back home became hell. Sarah made sure everyone in their friend group knew about what she'd done, and Mike? He dumped her as soon as he found out she was two-timing him too. She tried reaching out to me a few times after that, begging for another chance, but I blocked her everywhere. TL dogged her. My long-distance girlfriend cheated on me with a guy from work. I gathered proof, planned an epic revenge party where I exposed her in front of all her friends and family, and left her life in shambles.